How you doing? Hope you're really doing well. A few videos ago, I touched on very briefly on a subject of sympathy. And why, for a long time now, I don't really believe in sympathy. That doesn't mean I don't care about people. But for a long time now, maybe, it's at least 15, maybe close to 20 years, when the kids were young and growing up and used to hurt or injure themselves, I didn't really give them sympathy. Yeah, empathy, but not sympathy. I used to give them, if they complained, I used to give them one of my crystals, much to my wife's disdain at the time. But she's come to realise about sympathy, because ask yourself this question: if you have an ailment and you describe that ailment to somebody else with feeling emotion, what happens? Well, if that person's receptive and wants to feel sympathetic vibrations that you're giving out, what does that do to you? Does that benefit the person with the ailments? No, not really, not one bit. But what does it do to the person that's given that sympathy? Well, I'm sure most of you have got examples of where you've felt another's pain, either several minutes after, even several days while they're still suffering, because it's in their reality and they're bringing it into your reality, or trying to, and you're allowing that to feel those sympathetic vibrations that person's giving out. You're taking him on, and when you realise that all you are is energy, you're taking in, or you're giving out, and vibrating in sympathy with a suffering. Because yeah, sure, we all feel pain sometimes, but as Sadhguru described from years ago, we all suffer pain, but some people suffer their pain more than others. If you went to the doctor, you describe your ailment or your pain to him, and he gives you a tablet. What's actually happening there? Again, it's just energy. He's giving you his energy, and a tablet, which again is just energy. It's a vibration that you believe will help. And that's the real reason we get better. If you believe different, I encourage you to read We Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Plenty of him over YouTube at the moment. Since he published that book many years ago now, over a decade or so, he's worked around the world to prove that we are the placebo. And everything is in here, in your mind. This guy cured himself of multiple vertebrae fractures. 5 surgeons told him he would never walk, and he walked out of the hospital. And 7 weeks after being injured, he was back working with another couple of weeks, proving that you can cure yourself with your mind and your thoughts. It's only a reluctance to believe in this law of nature, this magic. It's all around us. It prevents us from experiencing sweetness in your life. But I encourage you to think about how you interact when your sympathy is called for, if you like. You can still give out energy, but realise that sympathy is just taking on board a different vibration of someone else, and to no real benefit to either party. So, well, thought about chat about that because again, some years ago my wife was not very happy and receptive to my non-sympathetic ear and reactions to her, the children, other people, but she realises now that it doesn't serve either party. So, take care now. Bye bye.